Right, so this is the first set of auditions that I did. This doubled as a test shoot as well, as I was able to figure out how this room sounded for dialogue.
A long way out in the deep blue sea, there lived a fish.
Not just an ordinary fish, but the most beautiful fish in the entire ocean.
Come on, rainbow fish, they were called. I don't have an answer for that for you. No, I can't answer that for you, said the starfish.
Zeph did a great audition, but it just wasn't really what I was looking for. He also decided to read out the entire book, so we're going to move on to Clover now.
You'll find the wise octopus. Maybe she can help you. I can't answer that.
Once again, not really what I'm looking for in this starfish. I think I need a wiser, older man voice. Good audition, though.
His scales were every shade of blue and green and purple, with sparkling silver scales along them. The other fish were amazed at his beauty. They called him Rainbow.
Phoebe did a great audition here, and I really think I'm going to use her for the final product.
Give a glittering scale to each of the other fish. You will no longer be...
Theo's audition was good, but I think I need an older woman to play the octopus and not a teenage boy. This is the second set of auditions I did, this time in the studio and with different people.
A long way out in the deep blue sea there lived a fish. Not just any ordinary fish, but the most beautiful fish.
In this set of auditions, I got everyone to audition for 2 characters. I think Ed's narrator audition was really good, but I've already made my mind up with using Phoebe for it. His group fish was really good though, and I'll definitely have that in somewhere.
Come on, rainbow fish, come and play with us.
When developing this idea, I already had Eric in mind to play the little blue fish. He did a few voices overall, but I definitely think the first one fits the best.
Rainbow fish, wait for me. Please give me one of your shiny scales. They are so wonderful and you have so many.
Rainbow fish, wait for me. Please give me one of your shiny scales. They are so wonderful and you have so many.
Rainbow fish, please don't be angry. I just want one little scale. Thank you. Thank you very much. Give away my scales! My beautiful shining scales! Never! How could I ever be happy about them?
I also had Eric audition for the rainbow fish, but I think since I'm already going to use him for the blue fish, I'll give this role to someone else.
Here I come!
Elliot auditioned for both the group fish and the rainbow fish.
Come on, rainbow fish, come play with us.
I don't think this voice really suited the group fish that much, but it definitely works well for the snobbish character of the rainbow fish.
Oh, you want me to give away one of my special scales? Who do you think you are? Get away from me.
I definitely think I'll use Elliot for this character in the final audiobook.
Come on, rainbow fish.
Whilst I think Ned's group fish was much too relaxed for the character, he did a great job at capturing the essence of the starfish, which is why I think I'll use him in the final edit.
I can't answer that for you, but if you go beyond the coral reef to a deep cave, you will find the wise octopus. Maybe she can help you.
Speaking of the wise octopus, Kay did a fantastic audition for this character. She's definitely got the role.
I have been waiting for you. The waves have told me your story. This is my advice.
And with that, that is the end of my auditioning process. On to editing. Right, so this is just a little test edit I did to try and figure out how to use the unmoving plaid effect. This is before I searched anything up or anything, so this is just literally me doing it myself. As you can see, it did not work at all. But, we got there in the end. Right, so what you're seeing here is the process I took for every individual page. This involved removing the page folds and issues around the edges, taking away the text, cutting out each individual asset, and then filling in the blanks using the healing brush tool and the content aware fill feature. This page specifically took around 30 minutes, I think, but that's mostly because there's so many different fish in this one. The earlier pages took around 10 to 15 minutes, and some of the later ones took between 30 minutes and an hour to complete. It's not necessarily very difficult to do this, it just takes a long time because I have to smooth out the edges of everything and make sure it looks natural. Right, so here you can see I'm right at the end. I'm saving every image individually, so I have a transparent PNG of each one, so I can move them all around freely however I want. This one wasn't too bad, and I'll show you how I made some of the backgrounds now. Okay, so this is how I created some of the backgrounds. As you can see, I'm going through different pages, and I'm taking little screenshots of squares from each one, and then moving them around in different fashions, so I can get the right gradient I need. You can see this wasn't going too well initially, as it looks quite rough, but it actually turned out quite well. Look, you can see everything's shaping up right now. It looks very choppy, you can see a lot of squares in it, but the more I use the healing brush tool, the more it smooths out, and it gives us this nice looking final product, which you see here. After this, I saved it, I flipped it, took different squares from the same image and blended it a bit differently, so we've got a second different background to look at. So after getting all the assets I needed, I decided to return to the test edit. With the help of some tutorials, I managed to figure out that instead of having gaps in the image, I'd need to replace them with green, merge the fish with the background using pre-compositions in After Effects, and then I'd keylight out the green. After this was done, I'd adjust the keylight so the background was the right color, and then I'd duplicate the scales in the background so it fills out the entire screen. And there we have it. You can see the fish is moving back and forth and his scales are staying in place. I thought the scales looked a bit plain, so I decided to play around in Photoshop with gradients, and I came up with this as an initial first version of the scales. After that, I added some green into the scales so it looked a bit less bland color-wise. I added more variation, and then I decided to add some shimmers to the scales. So the first thing I did was make a noise and gradient layer, and you can see right here the noise and gradient. If I hide the background, you can see that's all shimmering. I then decided to add another one so there's more variation, and then after that I made a particle creator, which was a star effect, and it adds a bit more of a proper glimmer effect. You can see if I play it here, there's a bit more of a shiny shimmering effect there, and I really think that brings the scales more intrigue and brings it to life a lot more. I'm now on Premiere Pro, and I'm going through each page, and I'm lining up the lines in a timeline, so we've got each audio file where it should be, so I can have a rough guideline to edit upon before I get the final voice lines. I think the group fish sound very weird, so I'm going to readjust this later.
Come on, Rainbow Fish. They would call.
Come on, play with us.
Right, so here's the final timeline for the test dialogue here. Pretty happy with this test dialogue right now. And yeah, I'm going to get to editing now. Overall, there's not too much footage of me editing, as a lot of the edit I did in college rather than at home. But I did get a lot of footage of After Effects crashing. That happened a lot. It was not fun. Look, have a look at this. Okay, so right now, After Effects has crashed. So this is not ideal. Okay, lovely. My After Effects has crashed again. I actually don't remember where I last saved it. No, I added all the puppet pins. Oh my god. It crashed again. Right, this is the 5th crash today in the past couple hours. I'm starting to suspect I might need to optimize this. After this, I did some editing for a while and then decided that I needed to gather some sound effects. Right, so in this recording, I've got a plastic cup, a glass, an orange, and a grape. So I'm going to be dropping either one into either cup just to figure out which makes the best sound. So I've moved the stuff a bit further away, so hopefully no water gets on it. I do have a lot of paper towels here, so I can clean up if needed. So we're going to do the grape in the plastic cup first. Right, that's sunk, so I need to get that out now. Oh, I'm not going to be able to get this out without spilling it everywhere. Oh, bloody hell. Crisis averted, guys. Ooh, that sounded really good. I'm going to use that, actually. That was really good. Right, we're going to try the grape in the glass now to see if it makes a difference. I think that sounds a bit different. Right, there's a definite chance this might go wrong. I've added some extra paper towels to the table, just in case. But we're going to do the orange in the plastic glass now. This is going to splash everywhere, I think. Oh my god, that was worse than I thought it was going to be. Oh, is the microphone wet? The microphone is surprisingly dry. This is the this is the after effects of the orange. I definitely shouldn't have done that. That's very dry, surprisingly, and that's escaped all the water as well. So pretty good idea leaving those far behind. But I need to dry myself off now. Right, so here I am trying to get sound effects by using water in a bowl. I look like an absolute melt, and it didn't work at all. Okay, so here I got a sponge in some water, making some sound effects. You can hear them right now. I don't think they're too bad. I don't know how I'm going to use them. Sounds pretty good. Now I want to get like a squelchy noise for like the octopus, like the octopus's tentacles. I don't know how I'm going to do that though. Ooh, that's not worked, but that could work for the swishing of the grass, like the seagrass, wait. Right, I don't know if that did anything. I've just been sat here playing with a sponge for 3 minutes. We'll see how that sounds. Okay, so currently I'm in the bathroom. The sound is very echoey. It's not ideal, but it's the closest place where I could find like the biggest water area. So we're gonna try some sound effects within the sink. You know what, that could be used for waves. So now I've got a bigger water source. I'm just gonna like mess around with it to get some sound effects like I did last time. Whilst this looks a bit less than ideal, it actually provided me with some pretty good sound effects, which I will use in my final video. Okay, so that was the bathroom sink.